get in that rhythm, that groove in the first quarter?
I think there's an emphasis from Coach W to, for me to be more aggressive, and it just happened to be one of those nights where I had a really good first quarter, and can't lie to y'all, it felt great. It always feels great when you shoot the ball well, but it just felt great because we needed a win where we put a team away early. It's been a while since we had one, so it was nice to kind of do that collectively.
What was Jared saying?
Just find him in transition or find him for an away screen, and not necessarily just to shoot it every time, but just to get some motion, get in a better rhythm, and yeah, it was one of those nights where it felt good off my hand, and still a learning process for all of us because we gotta have guys in and out the lineup, but I like that we lean on each other and we make no excuses for how to perform nightly.
What does that say about the offense, Klay, when you guys have 39 assists on 49 field goals?
It's something we have to do to be successful with, our best players out. We rely on Kyrie so much, as we should, because he's one of the greatest ISO scorers in the history of the game. But it's on the rest of us to make it easier for him, and it'll just be that much better, and we'll have that much more confidence when Luka and Kai in the lineup again together. So it's something we can build off, and we try and emulate that in New Orleans because they're a good defensive team.
You've obviously had some pretty amazing shooting quarters and games. In particular, the 9 3-pointers you made almost exactly a decade ago.
Wow, that makes me feel seasoned. That is crazy. A decade? I'm sorry, keep going.
You've had others since then, but I mean that was the record setter. Did tonight's groove, kind of take you back at all, or did it feel kind of that way?
Absolutely. You do something like that, it reminds you that there's greatness still within you. It's obviously harder to conjure up nightly after a decade of so much basketball, but I love to use this quote: "Be at your best when your best is needed." And I know I have another level of reach, and we have so much basketball ahead of us. So it's definitely a confidence builder and something I can lean on going into the rest of the season.
Klay, for those of us who maybe didn't make it past high school ball, can you just explain what it's like to be that locked in an NBA game?
I mean, it feels great at any level, really. It feels great at 24-hour fitness. It feels good at D3 basketball, over playing the EuroLeague, wherever. It's that flow state that any great athlete or artist, entertainer tries to get into. And there's a reason it's rare because it's so hard to do all the time. But when you do get into that mode, you try and remember what you did and replicate that as much as possible. And the one thing I learned is you can't force those great nights. You have to let them happen.
Klay, yesterday was the anniversary of Kobe's passing. Is there anything that you kind of missed talking to him about that you were able to talk to while he was here with us?
Everything, honestly. Kobe was one of the most intelligent athletes to ever grace this earth, and he was the ultimate competitor. My memories of Kobe are very fond, especially growing up in Southern California, for high school at least, and getting to see him, especially going with my dad. That's actually funny because that's the first thing I told Luka when we met. I was like, man, I knew you were gonna be special because he brought Kobe out of the house to go watch him play. And Kobe doesn't just give that love to those who don't earn it. So that was a cool moment because it was cool to see him retire and give Luka that love. And I think about him and Gigi, every day. Ask anybody who was born around the time I was, and he was like our Michael Jordan. His style of play and his influence on the game on a global scale is something that is probably only second to Michael. So it's still crazy to think he's not here, and I could go on and on about him because he's meant so much to my basketball journey.
One more question, if you don't mind. There was a report that they're trying to get you to take part in some kind of three-point activity out during All-Star Week. Are you gonna try to do that?
That'd be fun. It'd be fun. I don't know the details, but if the opportunity presents itself, that would be cool to be a part of.
Thank you.